An equation can be compared to a balance. Both sides must be the same to stay in balance. So we know that the left side is worth exactly as much as the right side. We just have to find the unknown. I use as an example the equation 7x plus 4 equals 3x minus 8. But how do we start with that? Well, let's start by splitting our equation into two. Everything on the left side of the equality sign is called the left-hand side. Everything on the right is called the right-hand side. In an equation, we can move a number by adding the opposite on both sides. For example, we can move plus 4 by adding minus 4 on both sides. In the left-hand side, we can delete plus 4 and minus 4 because these are opposite numbers. In the right-hand side, the minus 4 remains. In practice, we don't always write down this operation completely, so I'll start again by doing this first step faster. We can only calculate the unknown by isolating the unknown. In this example, we have the unknown x twice. We isolate x by placing all terms with x in the left-hand side and all terms without x in the right-hand side. Of course, we can't just change sides. If we move it, we have to note the opposite. We move the 4 to the right-hand side, so we make it a minus 4. We move 3x to the left-hand side, so we make it a minus 3x. The other terms remain. Small tip, always write the terms that remain first, followed by the terms that we move. Once the left-hand side contains only terms with an x, and the right-hand side only contains terms without an x, we calculate them. For example, 7x minus 3x equals 4x and minus 8 minus 4 equals minus 12. Once we get this form, we will move the coefficient for the x to the right member. Because 4x is a multiplication of a 4 and an x, we do the opposite in the right member and make it a division. So we get x is equal to minus 12 divided by 4. And minus 12 divided by 4 equals minus 3. The unknown is therefore equal to minus 3. To check if we are correct, we copy our left-hand side and our right-hand side separately. We have calculated the unknown, so we replace it with our solution. If we calculate both now, we should get the same answer. If we put it to the test, 7 times minus 3 equals minus 21. And minus 21 plus 4 equals minus 17. Then we calculate the right-hand side. 3 times minus 3 is equal to minus 9 and minus 9 minus 8 is equal to minus 17. We get the same number twice, which means that our exercise has probably been solved correctly. Let's repeat. Write down the terms with a factor x on one side and the terms without a factor x on the other by performing the same operation in both paragraphs. Add up the terms in both paragraphs. Solve the comparison of the form x is equal to b. Check the solution. Now try to solve this exercise. You will have 10 seconds to try this exercise. If you don't have enough time, pause this video here. Okay, I hope it worked. We start by transferring the terms with an unknown to the left-hand side. It can help to accentuate all terms with an unknown and to accentuate all terms without an unknown in a different color as well. We copy 3x, because it is already in the left-hand side. 8x we move to the left member, so we write the opposite, namely minus 8x. The unknowns have all been noted, so we move on to the right-hand side. We just copy minus 3, because this one is already good. 12 we change sides, so we note minus 12. Then we calculate both ways. 3x minus 8x is equal to minus 5x and minus 3 minus 12 is equal to minus 15. Now we are moving our coefficient. So then we get x is equal to minus 15 divided by minus 5. And we calculate this too. Minus 15 divided by minus 5 equals 3. Don't forget to check your exercise at the end. You write down the left and right-hand side separately and replace the x with your result. If we calculate this, both sides come out at 21. If you have a different answer for your left-hand side than for your right-hand side at your checkup, you probably made a mistake. Now the search for exactly where your mistake is. Always pay close attention to the signs you used and whether you have followed everything carefully step by step. Note, you can also have a mistake in the verification itself, which makes you think that your practice may be wrong. So keep looking until you find the error.